Good morning. I am going to attempt to make this a short video. I tend to wake up kind of in a cranky mood, I guess. And you'd say like all of the time. Well, that would be right. Anyway, the flight, the giant step for humankind, that flight, which appears to me to be just one giant photo opportunity for a very bunch of rich women. Supposedly it cost, what, 28 million per person to orchestrate that thing. Well, if I am wrong about this, please forgive me. But it looks like it was a giant carnival ride, a photo opportunity for women to stay relevant, that maybe want to stay in the spotlight a little bit longer, a little more than 15 minutes of fame. But I'm trying not to get ahead of myself here. All right, I follow the LFR family, and I've taken their YouTube class. I'm not really doing much with it at the present time, but making these little short videos. But anyway, if you go to their footage, you will see. And the biggest, most damning thing, well, there's actually several of them if you think of it logically, but after the ship had landed, somebody attempts to open the door. You see them literally open the door. Then you see another woman coming over there laughing and keeping them from opening the door from the inside. If that were a real ship going up there into space, you would not be easily able to open the door. And then later you see Jeff Bezos going up there and like unscrewing it like it's some vacuum sealed thing. And they all jump out looking totally beautiful after he's got the magic little spam can key, which is what it reminds me of. You know how you unroll a can of ham or something. Okay, then they all get out and they're all looking beautiful, all hair did, nails done. Okay, now let's go to the trip itself. If you look at the footage, as you see what looks like a giant phallic symbol, which even makes my point more clear, that they're just playing a big joke on us and they think we're dumb as a box of rocks. Freeze the frame of the phallic symbol up there in the air with the fire underneath it. I believe that LFR family, if you go through their video, and it's closer to the ending, to the middle, just past the middle, where he starts talking about this trip. For one thing, yeah, you'd think that it would have made it a little bit different and less obvious what it's supposed to be if it wasn't intended to be a joke. Well, take that image, and there is a feature out on the internet that can tell you the percentage of it being generated by AI versus being a real photo op. It strongly is on the side of being generated by AI. Now, here's the bad part about that. If you have enough money like these people or enough clout, you can even get fact-checking sites to change their answers for you. I kid you not. But even if they have made it to where they're trying to say it's legitimate, and I'm sure that they'll get to that, if you were to go above the earth, wouldn't you be scared out of your mind? You see these little short clips of these beautiful women, hair all done up and nails all done, and they look really calm, right? I mean, granted, they can afford better drugs than you and I, but they don't look like they're doing anything but sitting there in front of the TV. They're not afraid. I'm telling you, that is all. It looks all very phony and very AI generated. And if it did indeed cost, and I'm guessing, from memory, I think they said it was 28 million per person. Where could have that money been better spent than a bunch of rich women trying to stay relevant and Katie getting out there and all kissing the ground? If that is indeed fraud and she did that as for acting purposes, it is very shameful that we live in this country for allowing this kind of thing to go on. Trust me, I would not ever want to live anywhere else but this country. But we really don't do enough for just the general working population that have to sit back and watch this carnival circus go on day after day. And I just wanted to make one more footnote. As far as Doge, eliminating frivolous departments. I do understand human lives were tied to that, and they did give them several months of severance pay. I would personally like to see them go a little bit further with that and help those people with placement, because it isn't their fault that they signed up for something that turned out to be a bunch of baloney as far as credibility goes. It isn't, they were probably feeding their families, have mortgages, things like that. But that is just my feeling. I'm trying to be as objective as I can and look at it from all sides. Right now, I find the D side as to be deranged, and I am still leaning forward to the right. But honestly, I could see the day where I would find this all to just be too much to handle. And you can't even mention the word sovereign citizen. You can't. And mainly, a lot of them are crazy. And I'm not for all making your own license plates and doing all that. But it's going to come a point where the inmates are going to be more than the everyday average working person can handle. I predict that, and I bet a lot of times I'm completely wrong, but I bet I'm not wrong about that, unless there's some significant changes. Isn't this all a little too much most days? Anyway, thank you for stopping in, and have a blessed day.